Hi guys, Andy here, and welcome to a twine game called Mary's Hare. I don't know much about it other than it's about a woman giving birth to rabbits, so that's all I got from the description. So let's jump in. Slightly disturbing, but okay. The rabbit still breathes, barely. The rope holding the snare is weak. It could chew through it if it tried, if it wasn't so afraid. Instead, it writhes and screams and squirms. Mary leans over it, the sight so pitiful it breaks her heart. She wants to let it go. Goodness, this is brutal. But her insides growl and protest. It's so frightened. It's been days, weeks, since they've had meat, and the crops have gone. Oh, it fights still, but it's getting weaker and weaker. I didn't get to read the last part. I didn't click on anything, I promise. She's wanted to start a family for so long. How can she when she wastes away? It's her or the hare. The hare or a baby. That's no choice at all. Oh my god. She snapped its neck. They enjoy the evening's silence, full on rabbit stew and content for the first time that they can remember. As they bask in the glow of the fireside, Mary looks at her husband, the light dancing across his eyes. That's the first time he's looked at her like that in so long. Nausea yanks her out of sleep, but she tries to wait it out. The mornings are getting colder, and she is low to get out of bed, but no luck. The sickness gnaws at her until she stumbles out of bed. She doesn't make it far. The stew. It must have been the stew that made her sick. The meat was so tender and rich. But it can't be. Wasn't that days ago? Mary crawls back to bed, her head spinning, and stays there. She sweats and eats, and her belly swells. A cause for celebration, isn't it? But she lays there, and the fever dreams haunt her until the screams shake her from her sleep. And over, and over. The pain is so strong she doesn't know if she'll make it. She calls for her husband, but there's no answer. She screams until her throat is hoarse, and still there's no answer. Somehow, panting, she drags herself out of bed. Her legs wobble, she fights to keep her knees from giving out as she makes her way across the room. A sharp pain stares through her. Oh no. The doctor! Call the doctor! The doctor is apologizing, his hands covered in blood and gore. It was too late. There is nothing that he could have done to save it. She should be glad to have survived. His bloody hands cradle something small, what was to be her baby. His eyes are sad at first, but he takes a closer look. The doctor runs out with a nod without another word, his bloody hands clapped over his throat to keep himself from being sick. Mary barely notices and closes her eyes. When she wakes, there's a faint pink stain on the floor, and the sheets under her feel stiff and smell of something acrid and foul. She sleeps deeply at long last, but not for long. The screams cut through her dreams again, and bile rises in her when she wakes. So soon again her belly grows. But how? This time the midwife is called, and she isn't afraid. The midwife stays with her. More doctors are called to observe the curiosity as she delivers bundle after bloody bundle. A marvel, a freak. They examine her stillborn children, some with wonder in their eyes and others with a shudder, crossing themselves as though somehow her stillborn babes could hurt them. Eventually, the blood stops. She hasn't taken a meal in weeks, but the taste of rabbit stew still rises in the back of her tongue, mixing with the acrid bile that always hovers there. The doctors have gone away, though the midwife still comes in to check on her. Her husband. She can barely remember his face. When was the last time she saw him? The days go by and her breathing shallows and her tongue tastes of sand. She shrivels up everywhere, her skin stretched so thin it hurts. Everywhere except. Impossibly, her belly stays round, insatiable as though it's sucking out the fat, the blood, the life from the rest of her. But there are no more babies coming. She doesn't have the strength. She fights for her last breath, remembering the rabbit in the snare, eyes wild, tugging at it, tugging as it choked, screaming and gasping. She thinks she must look the same now, were there anyone to watch. If only she knew. The end. Good lord, that's holy shit, that's some interesting fucking art. Holy crap. Now I'm actually really curious because I know this is based on a real person. I think Mary Tufton was her name. I'm not entirely certain. I'll have to check the description a little bit. But holy crap, that's fucking weird. I'm weirdly fascinated by this. Listen, I want to know more, but I don't want to see anything real of it. Um, but yeah, that was Mary's hair. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to record to the moon right now. Please expect some delays. I will be at the hospital most of today when this goes up. I meant to upload to the moon on Wednesday. I meant to record it, but we had construction people coming over, and I basically couldn't do anything until like 5 o'clock, and I'm like, I'm just going to bed. And busy Thursday, since I'm recording this really late at night. I barely get any sleep at this point. But I'm excited. I plan to be back and running hopefully most of April. I do have some stuff recorded with Dylan, particularly Overwatch. That's deleted footage of us playing, excuse me, Google Feud. So there's some really great videos that I accidentally deleted. We do have another game we played. I'm hoping to get it from him later tonight, hopefully. But it's a really cool game. Everybody's pretty much played it, but I wanted to play it with Dylan. So it's from his perspective. I am on the side. So, but we're talking. So it's all good. I can't wait to show everybody what we did together. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.